afternoon, everyone. My name is Paul. I am a nerd, and you are here at the February 2016 PracticeMaster Virtual User Group meeting. And it feels like we shouldn't be here right now because it's February 29th, but we're going to go with it anyways. It is the last day of February, and we are talking today about fee entry enhancements that have been made in version 18 of PracticeMaster. Fee entry enhancements that kind of bring it in line with the way tabs has always been. And I'm going to continue my ongoing topic on filters, and we're actually going to take a filter we made before and we're going to turn it into a quick view. And I think you're going to find this really cool because it really makes a filter much more accessible.
All right.
Mary Jo, tell us all about fee entry.
All right, so fee entry obviously has been here forever in PracticeMaster, but if any of you have been doing it before version 18, it was a little frustrating and it was confusing to users, especially when you're trying to explain to an attorney that you're putting this time in, and if you hit save, it'll all of a sudden fill in the rate and the amount. They want to see that, and you know, when we enter time in, we want to see that right when we're entering that entry in. So I'm going to just go into the client here and go to the fee window and show you what I'm talking about.
Now, you're probably going to say
Paul doesn't give me control, as always.
Paul doesn't like to surrender control. Hold on, Mary Jo Boyd, organizer, give control. And while she's getting this control, I will say that some people have even had us go into the fee screen as a consultant and remove the rate field because of all the confusion that it's created before this newly enhanced functionality.
That is true. All right, so I'm going to go into Mega Construction, and I'm just going to go to a fee entry. And really all I want is to get to the new fee entry window so I can show you this. So right here I'm going to click New, and so here they would not see the rate, they would not see the amount. This would remain 0 until you hit save, and then it would magically go out to tabs, look at that client, see what the rate was defined, and instantly bring it back over, calculate it, and when I went back out to my regular window on the list, then I would see that, oh, here's the rate and here's the amount. Confusing.
But nobody ever did
Very
that.
confusing. And they would think, and then they would try to put in the rate themselves because it was gone. And they would think, oh, well, it's not here. And then that can cause all kinds of different problems because that could have, you know, they could put in the wrong rate. So we want to make sure that they're seeing the correct information in here. So version 18 has fixed that problem. So now if I were to come in here and put 2 hours, I would see that the rate is $500 and it would calculate out my amount right here in real time. So no need to hit save to see it. It's already right here. The other things that it brought in is it also showed you these bill codes. So now we can change this to non-billable printable. It's got the rate code, the category, all of these tabs fields that are out there, the sales tax, all of those things are now in here on the screen as well. So those are available to see. One other thing that is really cool that they brought in is the recap of hours report. So up here on my taskbar, if I click on that, this is just like the one that's in tabs. So if you were on a fee window in tabs and it hit that little stopwatch fee recap, it would take you out here so you could pick a timekeeper and you could pick a day and you could see how much time was on each of these different days. Now I will give you a small caveat that is in this PracticeMaster view is if you have synchronized your tabs in PracticeMaster and you have not decided to bring over all of your archive transactions into PracticeMaster, which is the common setting because we don't want all of that archive stuff over in PracticeMaster to see everything that's ever been out there, billed or whatever. We just want to see the WIP time in PracticeMaster. When I look at this fee recap report, all I'm going to see is the WIP time. So if I go back a week or two or last month and want to see some time that was put out there, I wouldn't be seeing it because it's only going to show me the WIP time. That is probably the standard default setting. So if you're going back over a month's time in PracticeMaster and you don't see it, that is why. If you are seeing it, it is because you have decided to bring in all the archive transactions into PracticeMaster and show that information. So just be aware of that when you're putting in fee entries. and looking at that fee recap, that could not be showing, might not show you all the information that you're thinking you're going to see in that. But you can still, just like in tabs, you can choose the different timekeepers, and you can choose the day, and you can look at and get a quick view. Again, when I look at that, I can click on the view button, and I can get a list of all of the time that's been put in on that day and what that time consisted of. So here's all that time on that day, and I can again drill down into that just like I can do in tabs, and I can modify it. So all of that works and functions the same, and you'd only really be modifying or looking at WIP time anyway. You're not going to be able to modify archive time. If you want to view archive time, then that would be something either you have to bring them in or you have to go to tabs to view. So keep that in mind.
I think people mainly in PracticeMaster want to see WIP time anyways.
Yeah, it clutters up too much, and attorneys are usually out in WIP. They just want to see what's still out there, not able to be billed, or that is able to be billed, not what has already been billed. So that is out there. So that's some of the new features in the fee in 18. So just simple things, but yet so big, so huge when it comes to viewing the data.
Well, the thing is, we have firms, as I mentioned, some have had us remove the rate field. Others refuse to let attorneys go in and enter time in PracticeMaster because it's so confusing for them. And so they still have attorneys going into tabs to enter time.
One other thing I will say is if you are using Platinum and you are using Tapestry Connect, that feature went out to Tapestry Connect as well. So if you want to see that it did not used to include the rate or the amount in Tapestry Connect, that does now. So just so that you know, if you are a Platinum user, it does carry forward to Tapestry Connect.
And it does do that automatic calculation, which again is
Correct.
something Tapestry Connect did not used to do.
Correct.
Now, I'm going to bridge between your topic and my topic by saying that I'm going to talk about turning a filter into a Quickview. And we didn't have Quickviews until what, Mary Jo, version 17?
Correct.
And so that's a reason that a lot of people did not turn on archive time syncing back into PracticeMaster because they didn't want an attorney to go into a matter, like right here, and pull up fees and see all the archive time and get concerned thinking that that time was still supposed to be billed. But with our new Quickview feature, we can set up a tab that says, show me just fees, show me my fees, show me by activity, but show me archived. So we have a tab for WIP and a tab for archived, and it's much easier with what I'm about to show you to take the time that you may want to see in PracticeMaster now, that archive time, and have it segregated so that it doesn't get in the way. So how do we do that? Let's actually go back to an example that we did a little while ago, I think a couple months ago. So I'm going to get over here, and we have these filters down here. Let me scroll down. And I created some filters and showed you how to make a filter for just RPA's clients. Okay, so there's RPA's clients, and it shows that it's filtered, and we're looking now at the clients that are just RPAs. And we can tell we're filtered because we've got this little filtered button, or filtered indicator, and it's green to mean we're done filtering, so we're seeing all of RPA's clients. And we also, when we did that, we created a Pam's clients and an MLJ's clients and a Kendra's clients. These are all different clients for different attorneys. But the problem is that's kind of buried over here in something that we call quick clicks. And so I could have quick clicks like totally collapsed and not even, as an attorney, not even know how to get to it. It's kind of over here out of the way. I might not even have this pinned open, so I might not even know that these filters are over there. I might not know that if I hovered over this, I could expand and look at all my filters and switch it to just RPA's clients. But another thing that's under Quick Clicks is managing something called Quickviews. And Quickviews are these tabs we see here, okay? So I'm going to take these filters, I'm going to start with this one, and I'm going to turn it into a Quickview. And all I need to do is start a new Quickview. So I'm going to go into Manage Quickviews, and I'm going to create a new one just by right-clicking, and choosing New. And I'm going to call this RPA's clients, and I'm going to use the filter RPA's clients, and I'm going to choose the regular client information column layout, and I could choose whatever filter I want, but obviously I'm going to use RPA's clients because that's the one that's already on, so it's defaulting to that. And so when I'm creating RPAs, I'm using RPA's clients. In a minute when I create PAMs, I'm going to use PAM's clients. I'm going to have it sort by any of these indexes, and you can also add more indexes. So that's not the topic of what we're talking about today, but I can have it sort by name or by client ID, however I want. And here's the key. I'm going to make it a Quickview tab. I'm going to use custom colors so that it stands out. I'm going to make it this kind of mauve with like a white text. And I'm going to save it. And I'm going to get out of here. And now I have an RPA's clients. Now, one of the reasons I use these colors isn't just to distinguish the tabs from other tabs. Watch what happens to this little bar that goes across here when I click on RPA's clients. It adapts the color of the tab. So I can see that this current view is this tab. It's much easier to see than it is when it's the same color as all the others. I guess those are actually not, those are different colors. But that one, it's hard to tell whether you're on that one or that one because they both have the same colors. So when you use different colors here, it makes it very easy to tell which tab you're on. And that brings it right out here. I go to the list. I'm looking at clients. I usually would come in this way. And I say, oh, I just want to see my clients because I'm Ron. I'm RPA. Bam, there it is. That's taking a filter and turning it into a Quickview. Now, filters are great. But if you don't know to go over here and choose RPA's clients, it's much easier for you to come in here and simply say, oh, here's a tab that says RPA's clients. Let me click it. And when I create that Quickview, I'm also able to choose what column layout, what sort, even what color. So let's do one more. I'm going to turn the PAM one into one that says PAM's clients. I'm going to create a new Quickview. I've already created, it's important to understand that I've already created the PAM's clients filter. I can create the filters in here, but usually you create the Quickview after you've created the filter. I'm going to call this one PAM's clients, or I can call it just PAM. I can call it whatever I want. I'm going to make it have the column layout of MJ, which is Mary Jo, in honor of Mary Jo. And I'm going to have it sort by, this one I'm going to sort by alt search or name search. I'm going to make it a Quickview tab. Now, making it a Quickview means that it's, without making it a tab, means that it still just appears under here. And so I recommend making all of them tabs. And I'm going to give this one a gray background with black text. And I'm going to go one step further. I'm going to show smart tabs by area of practice. Watch this. Smart tabs are what appear at the bottom. So now when I click on, we don't have them here, but when I click on PAM, not only do I get PAM, and I'm looking at all of them now, but I then get a breakdown by the different areas of practice that PAM's cases fall into. And you can create smart tabs on any indexed field. So again, you can sort by an indexed field. You just have to have created the index, and that's, again, a topic for file maintenance, something to talk about at a different time. You can also create these smart tabs as long as you've got the right index built. So that is how you take a filter and turn it into a Quickview. One more thing I want to look at here. I'm going to pull up this one we did for PAM. And I'm going to click on Show for All Users. And it's not going to let me do it because the column layout I used is not available for all users. So I'm going to switch to that one. PAM's client is also not available for all users. So if I go in and edit this and make it available for all users, I can then hopefully make the Quickview available for all users. So I can make a filter for just me. I can make a column layout for just me or for all users, same for filters. And I can make a quick view for just me or for all users, but if I'm going to make it for all users, the filter and column layout that I use must also be available for all users. So as an administrator at a firm that wants everybody to have something where they can see, for instance, a quick view by attorney with area of practice or however I'm going to do it, I can make it for all users from my one login, as long as I've got the right to do that. Or if I've got a quick view that I want to create that's just for me, it's something special that I just want to see, nobody else really cares about, then I don't have to make them available for all users. And that is that. That's how you create a quick view from a filter. The key to remember here is to start with the filter defined, to start with the column layout defined, and then to go in and define the quick view. And remember, if the quick view is going to be for everybody, the filter and the column layout have to be for everybody.
Paul?
Yes.
Is there a default definition provided by STI for AOPs that can be imported as a starting point?
Well, sure there is. That's a whole different, I think, topic. If I'm understanding the question right, and as I think I disclaimed earlier, sometimes I don't understand these questions. Someone's asking, are there standard AOPs that can come right into PracticeMaster without me having to define them? And Leanne, let me know if the user, the person who's asked this question says, no, that's not what I'm asking. Yes, there are. Not really a topic for quick views, but I will tell you that when you install PracticeMaster, you can pull in the standard AOPs as part of the installation. And Mary Jo, help me out. Can you add those later without having installed them to begin with?
I'm not sure, Paul. I don't.
I'm pretty sure we can. I just don't know how to do that right off the top of my head. I'd be afraid I might give you the wrong answer.
What are you asking, Paul? Mary Jo?
Yeah, I'm not sure what
whether or not
question.
AOPs, if you don't install the default AOPs or the standard,
you can put them in afterwards. Yes.
You can put them in afterwards.
Yes,
We're
you
just
can.
not exactly sure how to do it.
Yeah, you just import those in.
Yeah,
we can get
If
those
we go
in.
into
But I wouldn't recommend that we import those. I would recommend that we just create them from scratch and build them how we want, because there's so much information that we don't need in those. So if you need AOPs, I would suggest we just
do that
create
ourselves.
them.
We usually, if we were to go and add a new AOP in file maintenance, we would simply add one by right-clicking and choosing Add New AOP, and we would start from scratch. But the same right-click will get you to the Import AOP template, and so if you want to pull in one of those AOP templates that comes with the software, but that maybe you didn't install to begin with, you can do that way. Hopefully that answered the question that the person was asking. If not, they can email me, or they can ask Leanne through the chat.
I think you're good. Thank you.
Okay, good. Now, if you do want to email us, it's either paul.purdue or maryjo.boyd, not mary.jo.boyd, but maryjo.boyd. And Purdue is spelled like the school, not the chicken. It's P-U-R-D-U-E. So it's paul.purdue at attorneycomputersystems.com or maryjo.boyd at attorneycomputersystems.com. We're always happy to answer any questions that you have, if we can. Next month in the PracticeMaster Virtual User Group, we're going to talk about the new fee reports. Mary Jo showed you the new fee entry, and she showed you the new window that pops up with the fee recap. But there are also some new reports built into the PracticeMaster report writer that deal with fees and how you might want to look at them if you're entering through PracticeMaster. So Mary Jo will talk about that. And I'm going to talk about some new functionality in the form designer for those of you that are really nerdy, like me. The form designer, where you design how your screens look, has some new functionality to make it really easy to line things up and get them in the right place, much easier than it was in version 17 and prior. And so I talk about attorneycomputersystems.com, so I'm going to take you there so you can make sure you understand that S at the end of systems is, I'm not just saying that because I have a speech impediment. I'm saying that because it is attorneycomputersystems.com, and when you go there, you will find a videos link in our main menu. If you click that videos link, it'll take you to another page that I'll take you to in a minute, but if you just hover, you'll find the Tab 3 Virtual User Group Meeting, the PracticeMaster VUG, the WorldDocs VUG, the Coffee Pot webinars that I give once a month on various topics. Those are all live events, just like you're attending now if you are. The eBytes video series that Mary Jo does, these are short little 3 or 4 minute videos. She records one each month on tabs, one on PracticeMaster, one on WorldDocs. Little tips, did you know you could do this? Here's a quick way to do that. And then there's a longer format Paul and Mary Jo show, where Mary Jo or I will take a broader topic and spend maybe 10, 15, maybe even 20 minutes going into great detail about it. If you want to find out what's going on, for instance, with the PracticeMaster VUG, you just click on that. Here we've already got the registration for March, and as you scroll down, you will find recorded versions of all the other PracticeMaster VUGs that we've ever done. And we've got years and years worth of data, pages and pages, I should say. So a lot of content here, and if you're just looking to browse, this is a great way to do it. Or if you're looking for a certain functionality, like if I type email, up will pop a bunch of different topics, or if I just click the search button, it'll take me to a page listing those topics, like how to manage your email and how to customize find templates, and learning everything to know about the email tab in WorldDocs, all these things having the word email. So lots of video content here. Please take advantage of it. Spend hours here and learn whatever you can. We will see you guys next month at the PracticeMaster Virtual User Group Meeting in March. Everybody have a good rest of the month, what's left of it, and we'll see you then. Thanks. Bye-bye.